Hey there, welcome to the 20th episode of What's in the Press, brought to you by the Comic Doctor in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And yes, look, happy Valentine's Day, my friends. You get to see this lovely face from now on. No longer you're only going to see the moving fingers, but I'm going to appear on each episode as well. Or at least I'm going to try to anyhow. A good episode today, guys. Lots of really awesome magazines and comics to share with you. But before I do, I want to talk to you about subscribing to this channel and What's in the Press in particular, because I want to increase the number of people that are able to watch this show. It takes a lot of effort to put this show together, so the more they can see it, the better, in my opinion, the show will be. But to kind of sweeten the pot a little bit, I'm going to make a little offer, a little contest, as it were. When I hit 300 subscribers, I'm going to choose somebody randomly, and then I'm going to provide free cleaning and pressing for 3 modern comics. But that's not all. I'm going to ship those comics to CGC, and I'm going to have them graded under the modern tier, and I'm going to cover it all. Shipping, the whole 9 yards, pressing, cleaning, and grading on me, the Comic Doctor, when I hit 300 subscribers. Let's see how that goes. If that goes well and you guys like that kind of contest, then perhaps I will do another one when we get to 400 or 500. Let's see, okay? Let's put my microphone back on here. It fell off. Anyways, let's see what kind of comics and magazines we have for you today. There are, like I said, quite a few. So let's transition over to those now. And here we have some really awesome Conan magazines. Savage Sword of Conan and Conan the Barbarian, starring in Savage Tales. These mags come in to us from Nestor out of the Durham region. Nestor also submitted not one but 2 copies of Mad Magazine number 30, as well Ace Comics number 2. And Ace Comics, a really nice copy of Ace Comics 144 and 145. Also, if you happen to be following me on Instagram, and if you're not, you should, it's at Comic Doc. You can see this particular Star Trek comic that was worked on. This book had a lot of really heavy embossing going on. It was quite a bit of work and effort to flatten it out as much as I could. It's quite improved. So have a look at Instagram and you can see the before and afters on this one. And Nestor also sends in a nice copy of Action Comics 114. Always love to see those Superman books coming in. So, moving right along. Next, we have some comics that come to us from Frank out of Toronto. And Frank sends in a really nice copy of Green Lantern and Green Arrow number 89, as well as a really nice copy of Iron Fist 14. Try to straighten these out for you. Ooh, there we go, I guess. Frank also has a really nice copy of Marvel Presents number 3. Now this one also had some pretty severe denting and embossing. Otherwise, a beautiful book, but I was able to really minimize that. I think it'll grade out quite nice. And Frank also sends in The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Awesome book. Lots of information on Bruce Lee on the inside. I think I caught myself a few times rummaging through the book and reading a few articles. Very interesting. Thank you for the submission, Frank. Next we have Phil out of Toronto, who brings us, there's some focusing going on there. There we go. A couple of nice modern books. Of course, Ultimate Fallout 4, which is, again, a very common comic to be submitted as of late, and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur 1 variant issue. Please excuse some of the red blotching on there. That's not on the comic. That's actually from the red Sharpie that I used, putting Phil, as you can see, right there. It kind of smeared, so it went on the rest of the book. I'm not too happy about that, but anyway, these are going to get graded anyhow, so they're not staying in these bags for long. X-Men 266. This book's starting to heat up quite a bit also, and it's the newsstand edition. Booster Gold number 1, really nice copy. This one had a really nice kind of subscription crease I was able to remove. Here's a DC Comics Presents number 26, featuring the first appearance of Cyborg. And then, again, a very popular book, New Mutants 87. I'm going to try to straighten these out again for you guys. There we go. It's a little bit better. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 51. Another book that comes in really quite frequently is a Mega Man number 3 with the first appearance of Lobo. Oblivion Song number 1. This one's a little tough to do. It's a thicker cover on this particular book. That being said, pressing does help it, but when you have a thicker cover like that, you're not going to get the results that you would say on this Turtles book or on this book here. You know, ASM 361. Again, newsstand edition. Very popular book. I may be wrong about this, but I could have swore I saw a notification that a copy of this sold for, I think, $1,500 or $1,400 on eBay last week in the newsstand. That book is hot. And of course, the pièce de résistance is another copy of Hulk 181. I think almost every episode in the last 5 episodes I've had a Hulk 181 featuring the first appearance of Wolverine. I'm seeing 2 or 3 copies of this book every single week, it seems. It's super popular, super hot, and love seeing him in this kind of grade. This one should grade out nice. Thank you so much, Phil, once again for your submissions. Well, that'll just about do it for this episode of What's in the Press, episode number 20. Please join us again next week for episode 21, where I'll feature even more comics and magazines. And remember, please do subscribe and make a comment below, and you'll enter yourself automatically in the draw to win 3 free comic book pressing modern books by me, and then shipped down to CGC for grading as well. The only thing you have to pay for is shipping your books to me. Other than that, I'll handle all the rest. I'll take care of it all. Anyways, guys, please just subscribe, hit the notification bell as well so you'll know when I upload my next video. Until then, take care and see you on the next episode of What's in the Press. Brought to you by the Comic Doctor. Bye now.